Battye, nancybattye.com, and I'm here today to ask you a couple of questions. The first question is, what frustrates you most in your current life? Second question is, what would it take to double the happiness currently in your life? So in your business, finances, career, personal relationship, health and well-being, spiritual practices, what would it take to double the happiness in any one of those areas of your current life? The next question is, what strategies, if any, have you implemented so far? What's worked? What hasn't worked? And the final question is, what goals have you set for 2011? For this current year, what goals have you set? Now, I wanted to introduce to you the topic of forgiveness. How does forgiveness play into all of these different areas of your life? Is forgiveness even a practice or a concept that you give much thought to? Have you considered what forgiveness really is about? Seems to me that most of us have been raised by our parents to learn how to give an apology. You know, we're taught when we're very young, if we do something wrong, whether by intention or just by oversight, it's our duty, our obligation, or responsibility to apologize to the other person for making them feel badly. I don't know that we've necessarily always been taught how to receive an apology, but forgiveness is much deeper than an apology. So how does forgiveness interact, correlate, or become connected to the questions that I already asked you? How does the practice of forgiveness bring greater levels of achievement, success, or happiness in any of the different pillars of your life? Well, have you ever had an incident that you thought perhaps you were over and done with it? You know, somebody wronged you, or rather should I say in your mind, in your opinion, you feel that they wronged you. And I think each and every one of us can go back through our lives and think of an incident, an experience, a situation that's happened with somebody, whether we knew them well, whether we loved them, whether they were an integral part of our life. We've been hurt. We felt emotional pain. We've either been insulted or, felt put down, just in general hurt and offended perhaps. But, how much have you really let go of the pain, the emotional pain connected to that situation? You think back over anything that's happened in the past, and whether that means yesterday, last night, 6 months ago, 20 years ago, if you can think of an incident, a person, an experience, or something that happened, and it still kind of, rubs you the wrong way, you still feel a little bit of, it just can get under your skin. You can just think, oh yeah, I remember that this person did this or this person did that, and then you can start thinking right away all the things that they did wrong. If that's the reaction, if that's what comes to mind when you recall a situation from the past, it's a sign. It's a sign that you haven't completely laid it to rest. It's an indicator that the practice of forgiveness would truly offer you a lot of benefit. Now, what's the overall benefit? The overall benefit is that the more we forgive all of the incidents that have happened over a period of time in our lifetime, the more we release, we surrender, and we let go of all the repressed anger, frustration, judgment, bitterness, disappointment, sadness, frustration, feelings of isolation, all of those nasty negative emotions that we hold so deep within ourselves when we feel that we've been wronged by another person. And we can feel badly about ourselves. I mean, we can do something and we can harbor a lot of resentment and guilt towards ourselves and shame. The biggest benefit about forgiveness is that it's such a gift. It's such a gift. Not only to you, but to the people in your life. Whether you know them, quite honestly, personally or not, just people in general, because we're all so connected as one. We are all one at a greater level of consciousness. So the reason that this helps you in all of the important areas of your life, in terms of your business, in terms of your finance, in terms of your career, your relationship, when you let go, when you release, when you surrender all of that resentment and that anger and the bitterness and the sadness and the disappointment, you let go, you bring back to you all of this beautiful, loving energy that is your natural birthright. It allows you to step into your magnificence. You are not clouded any longer. You are not holding back. You are not playing small. You are presenting yourself to the world as like, here I am in all of my greatness, in all of my magnitude, ready to take on the world and be open and receiving and able to give more of ourselves because we are so much more whole and complete in who we are. We're not held back in little pockets of resentment and anger. The greater relief, the greater release, the greater surrender, the greater inner peace, when we come from that place of greater inner peace, it allows us to create, receive, enjoy, and experience greater levels of happiness in all the areas of our life. We don't judge ourselves so much. We don't judge other people so much. When we're able to do that, we are on. We are in the moment. We are present. We are aware. We are able to receive and see and participate in all the opportunities in all those various areas of our life. Our business, our career, our finances, our health, our relationships, our love life, our friendships, everything. Spiritual practices, it doesn't matter. The world is yours for the taking. I'm asking you to consider forgiveness. Have you implemented it into your life so far? If you haven't, perhaps start looking at what are the areas of my life that currently frustrate me the most? What would it take to double the happiness? And pick just one area of your life. What would it take to double the happiness in that area of your life? What strategies have you implemented so far? Have you implemented forgiveness? You know, I'm going to be speaking with you over the next 5-6 weeks on the topic of forgiveness. And in the first part of October, I'm going to be presenting and inviting you personally to attend a free 2-week teleseries on the topic of forgiveness. And this is why we're starting the conversation now. I'd like you to come prepared to this teleseries. I'd like you to evaluate your life and figure out, what are the areas that I could double my satisfaction or my happiness? What would it take to do it? What areas do I need to surrender and come to greater terms of inner peace with? So the next few weeks, I'm going to be talking to you by video on a regular basis. We're going to have that conversation in preparation for the teleseries. So thank you for spending time with me. If you'd like to get a hold of me, if you have any questions, any ideas or suggestions of how I can assist you and help prepare you for our teleseries on forgiveness, I'm always here to serve you. It's Nancy Battye at nancybattye.com is my email. My last name is spelled B as in boy, A-T-T-Y-E. So until then, have a fabulous day, and thank you for sharing this time with me.